Hi YouTube, it's Kathy, and you know what this is. You know why you clicked on this video. I'm here to announce the 12th round of the Queer Lit Readathon. The Queer Lit Readathon is an event that happens multiple times throughout the year. Generally, we have a full round in June and December, and for the past couple of years, we've also had weekend rounds. This readathon was created by myself and Rogan from Rogan Shannon, and every full round we try to bring on at least one guest host. Side note, if you're ever interested in guest hosting and you have a platform, please let us know about that. I know that you're just sitting there really wanting to know what's on our bingo board, but I have a few details to get through first. Firstly, this round of the readathon is happening December 3rd through 9th, so this is a week-long round. This is happening in your time zone, or whatever time zone you want to pretend that you're in to participate. Starts at midnight, ends at midnight. Pretty easy. In addition, all of the hosts are going to try to have our TBRs up on November 15th, so make sure you're subscribed to all of us so you can see those. We will, of course, be posting recommendations for all the appropriate categories on Instagram and on Twitter, because I refuse to call it X, and I accidentally actually deleted that app from my phone when it changed to a different icon because I didn't recognize it and thought it was spam. These recommendations are just a way for all of the hosts to let you know what you could be reading for certain prompts based on things that we've all personally read. Speaking of our hosts, I've already mentioned Rogan, who of course is my co-creator for the readathon, but we have not one, but two guest hosts for this round. In no particular order, our first guest host for this round is Bear. I'm really excited that Bear is guest hosting because they've always wanted to guest host, and I didn't know that when I asked them, and I also didn't know that my channel was one of the channels that they were watching before they were booktubing, so that just gives me all the warm fuzzies. Additionally, they recently became a debut author, and I might be recommending their book when we do our recommendations for this round. I beta read it, it's great, I will absolutely be recommending it. Our other guest host for this round is another longtime participant of the Queer Lit Readathon, and that's Luce from Things Lucy Reads. I absolutely adore Luce. I get some of the funniest messages from them, and she's just an absolutely delightful human being. She's also been very instrumental in giving us a lot of information for certain parts of the bingo board, which I will go over in just a second. If by chance you're not already subscribed to any of my co-hosts, please do that now. All of their links are down below. You'll also find a bunch of other information down below, such as the link to Rogan's website, which will have all of this but in text format. You'll also find the links to our social medias. Our official hashtag is #QueerLitRead, and our social medias are @queer_lit. We also have a Goodreads group, a Discord, and a Storygraph challenge. Something I started last year is a spreadsheet of all of the things we've ever recommended for any prompt, and that is also linked down below as well. Also, if at all possible, please caption all your videos to do with the Queer Lit Readathon. Rogan is deaf and will not be able to watch your video otherwise, and there are tons of other people that also need this to be done, because even though the captions have gotten better over the years on YouTube, they're still not perfect, and we would really love to know what you're talking about. Okay, I've let you sit in suspense long enough. Let's go over this round's bingo board. The first prompt on the board is a Southern Hemisphere author. Now this one is very particular in that there are certain authors who are definitely from the Southern Hemisphere and now live in the Northern Hemisphere, and if at all possible, we'd like you to avoid picking one of those in favor of picking one who actually lives in the Southern Hemisphere. However, this does come with a caveat because there are some Southern Hemisphere authors who have had to move for their own safety. They would obviously 100% still count. Here's a place where Luce was very, very instrumental, because down below I'm going to link all of the countries that are either fully or partially in the Southern Hemisphere, as well as a list of countries where being queer is in some form illegal, and therefore it's going to be pretty hard to find a queer book from an author from those countries, especially if they still live there. Because obviously nobody wants to be persecuted for just being who they are. Since I haven't written up the description of the video yet, if that list is too long, there's too much information, I will definitely create a Google Doc to link to so you will have all of that information. The second square on our bingo board is the group read. When we first started doing this, we always had one group read. More recently, we started having 2 group reads just so people would have a better chance of being able to access it, or in case somebody had already read the group read but still wants to be able to check off that square. This time we got a little ahead of ourselves and we actually have 3 group reads to pick from because we kind of want to read all of them, / some of us have read some of them. Our first pick for a group read is Tim Tamaro and the Subterranean Heartsick Blues. Our second pick for a group read is The Sunbearer Trials. And our third pick for a group read is You Exist Too Much. Because there's generally a lot in this video already, I'm not going to go through the synopses for each of these, but I am going to have links to them down below. Our third prompt is Progress Pride Flag. This is similar to something we've done in the past, which is rainbow book covers. Basically, you're trying to find a book that either has all of the colors of the progress flag, has one of the flags on it, is primarily one of the colors of the progress flag. You can basically do anything you want with this. We just want to see your justifications because that's always fun. Our fourth prompt, as is tradition, is choose your own category. Obviously, even with 16 prompts, there's going to be something we missed and there's going to be a book that you really want to read and can't quite shoehorn into any other prompt, so here's your chance. Let us know what your prompt you created for this is. Next, we have continued, and again, you can interpret this in many different ways. It can be an author you've read from before and you want to continue. It can be part of a series. It can be a continuation of a theme that you've been enjoying recently. It's totally up to you. Next, we have a former DNF, so a book that you picked up at some point and haven't quite gotten around to finishing. Maybe you want to come back to it for whatever reason. Here's your chance. Next, we have Small Town Queers. This is pretty self-explanatory, a book set in a small town. There's queer folk around. Obviously, it's the Queerly Readathon. Next, we have a book that's by or about a drag performer. This can definitely be fiction or it can be non-fiction. Next, we have Most Recently Acquired, and that can be something that you picked up for yourself, something that you're borrowing from someone, something you got from the library. Whatever you want to do for this, go for it. Next, we have Self-Published or Small Press. This, of course, is pretty self-explanatory, from a very small press or from an author who has chosen to self-publish. Next, we have Middle Grade, which is a category I personally love. Then we have Escape, and this is a prompt that I love to throw in. I love throwing in one-word prompts that you can take in whatever way, and I just want to know how you decided that book fit the prompt. Next, we have Graphic Novel, and we're using the novel part of this pretty loosely, so if you want to read a graphic memoir, you go right ahead. After that, we have Librarian Recommendation. This could either mean going to your local library and talking to a librarian, or a librarian that you follow online and something they've recommended. Another one-word prompt that I love is relatable. So maybe that character in the book likes theater and you like theater, or that person's bisexual and you're bisexual. Something relatable to you. And then finally, our last prompt is holiday. This does not have to be a December-based holiday. It can be literally any holiday. And there you have it. Those are all the prompts. What are you going to read for the Queerly Readathon? Let me know about it down in the comments below. On the way down to the comments, if you hit that subscribe button, that would be very nice of you. If you don't feel like leaving a comment but want to make sure that I know you were here, just leave me an emoji or smiley face if you happen to be on your keyboard. Some people have asked if there's a way to financially support this channel, so I set up a Ko-fi account, which is a digital tipping service. The link for that, as always, is down below. You can like and share this as you see fit, and I will see you very soon. Bye!